All right. I'm glad to have you guys here. I'm glad to have you guys here. I am so happy. Guess what? I'm very happy to the extreme. Very happy. While I was scrolling down, I saw a tag. Guess what? American voters are regretting. They are not just regretting, they are crying. They are not just crying, they are in pain, they are weeping, they are shouting, they are making a whole lot of noise. They are not just happy. And the idea for all of this is not because they wouldn't have done the right thing. It was because they were looking at the skin color, and that was why they voted the Republicans. And now, this is where the problem is. When you join me, watch these clips, you're going to see not just the first person, a whole lot of persons are just very angry, they are just very sad, they are speaking out, and don't worry, I would like us to go watch this clip. But before we go watch these clips, I want to say thank you to the original owners of this clip. Alright? Okay, if that's the case, now join me, let's see exactly what these American voters, what these Americans are saying as regards to why they are crying.
See, we told you how it was going to begin, and then we told you how it was going to end. Look at this shit.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming. And so I admit I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my big...
See, some of y'all are still in the fuck around and find out stage. See, most of y'all thought that when he was elected, he was going to change everything for you. Didn't realize that his first 100 days, he didn't give two shits about you. Every executive order was for something else besides what you thought it was going to be for. He's a businessman, so I'm not even sure why you guys are even surprised. These type of people don't go through everyday American shit. You thought he was going to feel your pain or he was going to help you out with what you was going through? Good old Daddy Donnie got your ass again. Hey, as I always say, this is who y'all voted for.
So y'all voted red and now you're broke, mad, and confused. So let's talk about it. The young people who voted for Trump and the Republican movement, they are already regretting their vote. And I'm not even going to pretend to be surprised because I knew it would happen. And y'all got to understand, it's because this is always the play. See, a lot of young people didn't have the tools to really critically think about the impacts of what Trump's policies would have on their lives. And you know why? Because the American education system was never built for you to think critically. It was built to keep you just smart enough to pass a test, but not smart enough to question power. So when the propaganda machine started pumping, most of y'all didn't even know how to check that stuff to know what was factual and what was a lie. You didn't even know how to look past the shiny slogans, the memes, the TikToks, and actually ask real questions like, how does this policy impact me, my rent, my student loan, my future? And now here you are, under this Trump-led regime, finding out the hard way that Republicans do not have your back. That same party that you thought was about freedom is deciding the books you can read now, what rights you have, and whether you can even afford to survive. And look, I get it. When you're young, it feels like political policies and government and all that stuff, it feels like it's just background noise. You think it's something for old people to just argue about, but you see, it is not just noise. It's your life, boo. And if you don't take this seriously, the folks who do take this seriously, you know that older generation that's been controlling everything forever, they gonna keep stacking the deck against you. So now my question is, now that you are living under the policies that you voted for, are you ready to wake up yet? Are you ready to stop treating government like a joke and start treating it like survival? Because until young people wake up, old people are going to keep cashing checks on your future.
If you initially voted for Trump and now regret your choice, I need to see you at the forefront of all of the efforts against him. I need to see you showing up to protests, speaking about it, because you know what you did? You worked against all of the efforts that we put in to try and show everybody what the danger was. You tried to reverse all of that when you placed that vote, okay? So now you need to put in that work to try and help us. I'm not sitting here trying to make you feel bad, trying to put you down and shame you, okay? That's for another day. You can do that on your own time. My point here is, yes, you made a mistake. You did a bad thing. And now if you recognize that, it's time to take the step forward and help us fix it.
So now I'm seeing all these videos of Mexican Americans crying about how they regret voting for Trump. And honestly, I can't feel bad for you, because when we told you this would happen, you didn't listen. When it was just theoretical, it was easy to ignore. But now that your undocumented family is at risk, now that your kids are being targeted, or the kids in your circles, now that they're coming for you, now it's a problem. Listen, I get it. I have family who voted for him too, and I won't lie, it makes it very hard to process. It sometimes even makes it hard to talk to them, because how am I supposed to be okay with that? I have undocumented family. I have a trans sibling. Trump's policies directly hurt people I love. So when I see our own people supporting him, it feels like a slap in the face. And I keep asking myself, why? How did this happen? This man called Mexicans rapists. He bragged about deporting families. He made racial profiling and hate cool again. And still, some of you voted for him. And now, reality is hitting. Oklahoma just passed a law requiring parents to prove citizenship to enroll their kids in school. Texas is next. Who do you think they're coming for? Not white, undocumented Europeans, Latinos. And now some of you are shocked? What did you think was gonna happen? That they'd make an exception for you? That you're somehow a good immigrant? That Trump actually cared about Latinos? Be serious. I know some of you are gonna defend your stance with like, well, my family voted for him because they don't like socialism. They care about small businesses. They're conservative, they're religious. Okay, but at what cost? At the cost of our people being deported? At the cost of our kids being denied education? At the cost of our community being unsafe? And so now you're feeling the consequences and you want us to feel sorry for you. No. I'm saving my sympathy for the people who didn't vote against their own families. It's exhausting. We tried to tell you, but if you voted for Trump and regret it, sit with that, reflect on it, because the rest of us, we saw this coming. Please don't share any hate, not even towards Latinos who voted for Trump. This is just my personal view and my frustration about this entire situation.
You know, Democrats, you're right. I mean, with all the shit going on in the news today, with the stock market and the financial war with China, you're right. I'm really starting to regret my vote for Donald Trump. I'm really starting to regret it. Nah, that's exactly what we voted for. That's right, DJT. Keep doing your thing. Keep giving them hell. You got a large population that supports you in everything that you're doing. And most real Americans think you're doing a hell of a job, too. And yeah, it'll be tough a little bit, but anything is better than what we suffered the last 4 years under Biden and Harris. Anything. I mean, compared to that administration, we're living the dream. And I don't give a damn what liberals say. I don't regret my vote. Not 1 minute, not 1 millisecond do I regret voting for Donald Trump. So go run tell that Charles Schumer, Jasmine Crocker shit, Maxine the Mummy Waters, AOC, and Bernie Sanders. Y'all go on and keep chasing the oligarchy. We back here barbecuing.
Oh yes. Now you can see why they are crying. You can see why they are weeping. You can see why they are regretting. You can actually see why they claim it to be scam. Why they can say, or why they could say that they were scammed. But the question is, were they really scammed? Most of them were not really scammed, if you could say that. If you could look at it critically, you're going to agree with me that most of them were not scammed. It was because of their personal gain. Most of them voted the Republicans because of what they would gain in the long run. But that is not what it should be. Some voted because of skin color. Is that what it should be? No, it shouldn't. Alright? Now, I am a Nigerian. I mean, it's a black-skinned man. Over here, we have the same problem. Not because we have the white and the black-skinned persons here, but then a whole lot of persons are tribalistic. They are not looking at what these persons that are going to mount the seat, what they have to offer. But what their personal benefit will be is what they are interested in. And that is where we get it all wrong. And that is why a whole lot of things go wrong in the system. What do you mean? What do you mean when you're voting someone because of a personal interest, and in the long run you come up to say that you are scam? You come to say that you're regretting. That is not what it should be. Over here in Nigeria, it has been the same thing. In so many other countries, it's happening there. I just wish subsequently we could do the right thing. I mean, we shouldn't look at our benefit. We shouldn't look at what we are going to gain. Instead, we should look at this person. What do they have to offer? What do they have to offer? I know a whole lot of them tell us stories, propagandas, and I mean, sometimes we feel that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to do the right thing. Now, some of them have ruled the first time. I actually saw what they did. You knew them then, but you came up again to vote them in, probably because they gave you some promises. And you saw, you looked at it and you felt, okay, I'm going to have a gain. And that is why today we are crying. That is why today we are going through all of this. And that is why you see a whole lot of persons on YouTube, a whole lot of persons online saying a whole lot of things. He is not doing the right thing. We are not happy. We are scammed. We are regretting. I would like us to think again. I would like us to think again. I would like us to do the right thing. Subsequently, let us not just vote people because of their skin color. Let us not just vote people because of our personal interest. Let us do the right thing rather. Okay? I don't know if you have something to say. Write down there in the comment section. You can say what you think about this. What do you think about why the Americans are regretting? I might not be right, but then I would like you to, say what you think in the comment. You can subscribe and let's see what you have to say in the comment section.